Everybody's doing good. Everybody week was okay.
Yeah, pretty chill.
I'm doing good, man. I still I'm getting over the food hangover, man, from the Super Bowl. I ate a lot of good food, man. No drinks, but I had like fried. Nah, man, I'm not drinking for a year. So I had some chicken wings, some nachos, some potato skins. It was good, but I don't usually eat that much fried food, so it was interesting. Let's just to say I was paying for it today, so hopefully it's through my system. But it was good. All right, man. Let's get into it. Since I'm talking about the Super Bowl, what are y'all biggest takeaways, surprises, thoughts about it?
I will say that I was kind of surprised that the Rams offense stalled the way it did in the second half there after OBJ went down. Like I'm not sure why it took until the last drive of the game for McVay and the Rams to realize that, oh, hey, we have Cooper Kupp. Maybe we should target him now that we don't have Odell Beckham.
Yeah, that was interesting. Another thing is Sean McVay stayed committed to the run. That was surprising. They weren't getting any yards, and I was like, all right, he's playing like how I play on Madden. Like I just keep running the ball.
Yeah, they're I understand wanting to, like the whole old saying of, wanting to keep the defense honest, but it's like at a certain point it's not working. Like start running some wide receiver screens or bubble plays, like swing passes out of the backfield, things that are essentially running plays.
Yeah.
But might actually get you yardage.
Yeah. And Odell, I felt bad when Odell went down too, man. Because it was a non-contact. And I was telling somebody, I said, listen, I'm going to be honest. If Odell plays that entire game, I don't know if it's that close. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know. Because he had 2 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. And was that in the first quarter?
I think it was. But I think all of us said it though. What I said, and I think all of us said was going to be the difference maker, became the difference maker second half. Yeah. We just thought Cincinnati O-line wasn't going to hold up. But one thing Raheem Morris did do an adjustment of, he made it so that the weakest point of Cincinnati line was getting exploited. So what he did was he started to put somebody over the center's head so that the guard had to block down to one-on-one. And then he started to do a lot of stunts, and he really, man, I felt sorry for Burrow, man. Second half, I was like, Lord, have mercy. I was like, is he gonna make it through this game? Is he even gonna finish the game? Because they was just tearing him up. I was like, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, that was a big adjustment. Putting Aaron Donald and Von Miller on the same side. Like now you can double both of us.
I think they just announced he did have ended that game with a sprain or something, sprained knee or something like that. I think they're saying he's not going to have surgery. Yeah, MCL. He's not going to have surgery though. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, he's tough, so I knew he wasn't coming out.
Nah, he wasn't.
He wasn't coming out. He's tough. What you think, Craig?
I mean, I don't really have any like surprises. Nothing really surprised me about the game. I guess so maybe how close the score was. I think I picked the Rams to win by like 10 or something like that, and they ended up winning by 3. Maybe Odell's was the reason why, or whatever it is. And then on the other side, like for some reason, the Bengals to me they just stopped running the ball as much as they should have. I thought that, and especially in the final game, like you have, I get that P-Ryan is like your third down back.
Yeah.
You had him in there all season long for like third downs or whatever for the most part. But on that 3rd and 1,
you wanted Joe in there.
I thought they should have had Mixon in the game. Especially if they're running the ball, which they did, and it got blown up. Maybe it still gets blown up, but you
don't know if he shuttles. Yeah, you're right. You know,
I'm saying if I was a Bengals fan, I would feel more comfortable and feel more satisfied, I guess, if Mixon was in the game versus P-Ryan. And then P-Ryan was in the game on the 4th down play too. So maybe if Mixon's in the game, he does a little bit better blocking or something like that. I don't know, but I mean, just looking back at that last play anyway, if
which
Burrow,
one, the 4th and 1?
Yeah, Burrow has like 3 more seconds.
Yep. It was done.
Jamar Chase has
say
beat,
it.
Ramsey on a streak. He had him beat. I think Ramsey fell down.
Beat him.
He has a few more seconds. That game is pretty much, well, I ain't gonna say it's over, but it'd be like 30 seconds left or something like that. With
it would have been over.
Having to go down the field. So
it would have been over. It would have been over.
I don't know about that. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be over because I've seen 13 seconds. I'm not doing that.
I don't know. Wait a minute.
I know they need a touchdown. I understand that. I'm saying I know they needed a touchdown and all that, but I'm not gonna say it was over with 3 timeouts. I think they had 3 timeouts, and I think they had probably been at the 25. But either way, like Ramsey, he didn't. I guess the biggest surprise to me, I guess, is how I ain't gonna say bad, but he didn't play up to the number 1 shutdown cornerback expectations. I get the 75-yard wasn't his fault. That was a face mask. They just missed it.
Poorly was called.
He got burnt on the 46-yard pass, I believe, to Chase.
Yes, he did.
He was trying to go for the pick.
Yeah.
On the last play, he got burnt. If he had more time, he'd have been burnt on that. So luckily for him, Darnold.
He is Shannon Sharp said Ramsey's lucky, man, because that loss would have been on him.
That would have been tough to be the number 1 cornerback, or you claim you're the number 1, or everybody pretty much claims it's the number 1 corner, and they have that on your
you got beat
he's on the ground.
On the ground. Oh, he would have never lived it up. He would have never lived it up. Because at that point, that's a tough one to explain. That's a very tough one. I mean, listen, we've seen people come back from. Okay, I don't know if that's a tough mental block to come back from. Now, I seen somebody come back from. Oh, what's his name? Safety Marcus Williams, who led the Minnesota Miracle. He came back and made the Pro Bowl the next year. Has been playing good. They franchise tagged him, but nobody talked. He came back. I don't know because if you do it in the Super Bowl, you're not guaranteed to come back. So it's easier to. It's not easier to get to a divisional, but you're more likely to make a superb play in the playoffs. Or people are going to forget the divisional because Minnesota didn't go win the Super Bowl. But if you make a crazy play in the Super Bowl, everybody's watching. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, people will be talking about that. He will be going to the Hall of Fame, but people will be like, "Man, remember that time in the Super Bowl?"
I mean, if he had played defense on him and he had time to throw the ball and he caught it anyway, but it was like really good defense. Yeah. I can understand that. I'd have been but to fall on the ground trying to keep up with Chase, and he just, or whatever happened, I didn't even really see because all I saw was the back shot, and it was just like he was falling on the ground. So we
would have found out what happened if he would have caught the ball. They would have been slow as hell. They
would show the replay. They would have had somebody on that.
We would have watched a replay. Let me tell you something. That replay would still be playing. Everybody would be talking about that. They'd be like, and Jalen Ramsey trips over his own feet. He would have never heard the end of it.
Never. He would have heard it every single game for the rest of his career from whoever he was covering.
Yes. He would have. Look what they did to Eli Apple.
Oh, man.
Oh, the NFL had fun there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Listen,
I've never seen a guy get roasted by so many other players.
He was talking a lot of trash. He was talking a lot of. Think about it. Everybody else in the Bengals and the Rams were kind of quiet. Ramsey was quiet. Matthew Stafford was quiet. Joe Burrow was chilling. Jamar Chase was quiet. Everybody was. Joe Mixon's like, yeah, Eli Apple. Yeah, man. I could check Odell. What he was, calm down here. It's because he was talking so much trash, I think. And we don't know how other players perceive him. So, because some of his former players are roasting him in the Saints.
Well, because he was also trash talking New Orleans and the Giants organization.
See?
And burning all kinds of bridges.
So it's just like, you know, that's not, yeah. So, you know, but the Super Bowl was nice.
They got to do something with that line for real in this offseason because Burrow has been sacked.
Oh, they have to.
Oh, see, Craig. Yes, sir.
How many times, Craig?
102.
Jesus.
Listen, he was sacked. Hold up, he was sacked over 20 times just this postseason.
Yep. So let's get into that. What we all know one thing the Bengals need to do, you know, going forward after the Super Bowl, they need to fix O-line. I think they have the cap space. And at this point, even if they draft the best player available, they have the cap space to address the offensive line. And this draft is deep with offensive linemen. So they could get a starter, you know, 31st, and they could sign either a tackle or a guard in free agency and bring in a rookie, and then there's your line. Because, you know, you just need about 3 pieces. That's what I think. You can have 2 decent people, but if you get 3, you know, starters,
you need 3 because you have to have somebody to help anchor the interior.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the outside is really important, especially in as the passing game is becoming more and more important. So you got to protect that edge, but you have to have at least one person that can anchor the middle.
Yeah, like a center.
So for a bit of a perspective on the amount of pressure that Joe Burrow has faced so far in his career, Mike Chappell, one of the Colts indie reporters, threw out Joe Burrow in 2 years, 30 games, averaged 1 sack every 11 and a half pass attempts.
Jesus. Excuse me.
For comparison, Andrew Luck, a guy who
retired early
because of the beating he took because of a lack of an offensive line, over his first 2 years, 35 games, once every 17.7 pass attempts.
Damn, he sacked more than Luck. And everybody knew that.
For Luck's career, it was once every 20 pass attempts. So Burrow is almost double the rate of getting hit that Andrew Luck was, and he had to retire early because of those hits.
Burrow's getting destroyed. He was on pace last year to get sacked 51 times. He got sacked 51 times this year. He only played 10 games last year. He got sacked 32 times. Then
That's crazy.
Playoffs with 19 sacks.
Did he get sacked? And he got hurt by, it wasn't Chase Young. It was against the Commanders, right? But he got sacked and hurt out the game, right?
Yeah.
They had the Bengals organization has to know at this point in time, right? Because we've seen this in NFL time and time again. Shout out to Joe, man. We need to get Joe on the show. Anyway, so we do, man. I'm gonna text him. But anyway, he always can join. That's neither here nor there, guys. Okay, so our friend Joe let out all the stats of the teams. Cincinnati over the last 10 years, the Commanders alone, man. Jeez, man, we're in the bottom. It's real bad. But anyway, it's bad.
Are you
think
surprised?
about it. I'm not. But think about it, right? If they keep Zach Taylor, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow still, he got 3 years. And he doesn't look like that guy is going to complain about money. I just feel like he knows it's going to come. They're going to take care of him. He's like Lamar. Like, I know I'm going to get paid. Josh Allen, I know I'm going to get paid. I'm trying to win. They can definitely, like, win a lot with those two, with that core for a long time.
This list is flawed, by the way, but, you know, that's a whole other thing.
You said what's flawed?
The list.
Of wins?
It's a little disrespectful. They don't have the Panthers. I know the Panthers lost, but they could at least put 0-1 for Super Bowl. But whatever. They didn't put that on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they got the Bengals on here already. Whatever. So, anyway, besides the offensive line, which is definitely a must. They have a lot of cap space. I guess, I mean, with Burrow there, they could easily bring in people that want to play with him, on either side of the ball. Like, especially with the amount of money that they have for cap space, it should be a little bit easier, especially with how they went from the bottom of the AFC North, and now they're at the top of the Super Bowl. So should be fairly easy to me. I think it should be easy to.
No, I think you're right. I think a lot of people are going to want to come to play with Joe Burrow just because I think he's a nice guy. I think he likes to win. He's cool. Then I think Zach Taylor just feeds off it. I think everybody feeds off that energy. He's a good leader. And I think that, and then you have Jamar Chase, who's like, I work hard and I'm a beast. Like, I think people are good. I think you're right. I think free agents are going to be like, man, I want to win. I'm going to play with Joe. And I think when I pick our teams next year, I mean, they're in the mix.
I wonder if other teams like Jacksonville and
don't say it. Don't say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you can say the Commanders, but go ahead. I know what you're about to go to.
No, I'm not even there. I'm talking about like teams will have a young quarterback like Jacksonville or Chicago.
Okay.
If they feel like, okay, we saw Cincinnati do this.
No.
The same thing. Or can we be that next Cincinnati whatever?
That's what they're going to try to sell in the locker room.
I mean, but it's going to be tough because you have to go out and get a Jamar Chase type receiver in this draft. Then you have to look at it as you have to get people to buy into who you have now. And like the Bengals did, they went out and got a bunch of hungry people who nobody wanted no more. That just was hungry. Like, their whole secondary was a bunch of people that people ain't want no more. Their defensive line was people ain't want no more, but you have to sell your franchise on people wanting to go there. Like right now, what decent player is signing up to go to Detroit or sign up to go to Jacksonville or sign up to go to New York?
Yeah, so that's what I think. Well, I think players are always going to go to New York because of the opportunity. Their name, their brand, like New York and LA.
Like
I'm talking about that can help them though.
The teams are sorry. Players are always going to go there.
Right. I'm talking about to help them put a Cincinnati type move. I mean, I
think it's rare. I don't think it's going to happen for a while.
I mean, Cincinnati, they got corners at a discount just because they've been cut, had kind of traveled around the league. They had to pay top dollar to get Hendrickson in, though. Like the other free agents, they paid for. But the difference between Cincy and some of those other teams, I think, though, is the fact that even as a rookie, Joe Burrow didn't look like a rookie. He looked really good. None of those other young quarterbacks have shown anything close to even what Burrow looked like last year. So those teams are still a few steps away.
It's hard because I think it's just rare. I think Joe Burrow is one of those number one picks like Luck, like Cam, where you can see the presence on the field. No, come on, you gotta give it to Cam. Come on, man. Come on, don't do that to my. Now listen, he deteriorated
into the end of
his career, not present day, but come on, man. Like you knew Cam.
Young Cam,
come on,
young Cam,
Cam was special. His presence was on the field, and I think Joe Burrow's presence, like I say this, Craig, I don't know what to make of Justin Fields because you said it last week. Lou Getty, I think all of us said it. I think you hit it. Is either you or Corey, but you said Lou Getty he matters a lot to the development of Justin Fields, right? And I think, unfortunately for Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be the Matthew Stafford. He's just going to be a good quarterback. He's going to put up numbers because I don't see Jacksonville helping him out at all. I
can see the Bengals being. I can see the Bengals. The Bengals definitely going to pull a Kansas City from last season to this season type of move, where you're going to see 4 new starters on the offensive line, at least 3.
Yeah.
You're going to see at least 3 to 4 new starters on the offensive line.
It has to be.
Yeah, because I walked away. I walked away with a newfound respect for Joe Burrow. Because like I said, he got sacked. What they played 4 games? They played 4 playoff games. He got sacked over 20 times in 4 playoff games.
But they can't. They have to know at this point we have to fix the offensive line because you have to keep. Think about if Joe Burrow doesn't get sacked. Now it's Aaron Donald. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? It's Aaron Donald. But if you have if you have a good offensive line, you don't know if you have that half a second to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And you need a half a second. He sees Chase, half a second, boom, he's Super Bowl winner. The offensive line matters. They know they have to fix it. But they're in a good place.
Oh, definitely.
The North, the AFC North is going to be It's going to be interesting because I heard this take, right? First, the AFC, we have to realize this. The AFC was like Kansas City and the Patriots. Now it's like, well, wait a minute. You have Buffalo, Kansas City, the Ravens, the Bengals. Right? Am I missing somebody else? The Titans are probably going to be there. The Colts, right? So there's 6 teams.
I think the Chargers finally get there, maybe.
And the Chargers. The Chargers.
Raiders, Broncos.
And the Raiders.
Broncos.
Look how deep the AFC is. And now it's kind of
Patriots
shifting. Yeah, the Patriots. Now, remember the AFC was just real top heavy. Like, you're only going to get a couple teams. Now it's like, well, wait a minute. The AFC is trending to being a powerhouse. And now the NFC is. You probably, it sounds like Russell Wilson's coming back. So you have Seattle, Green Bay, the LA Rams, and the
Rams and
49ers.
Niners.
Cowboys.
Maybe the Cowboys, right?
No.
That's about it.
The Cowboys. That's about it.
I mean, I'm not talking about. I mean, are we talking about just playoffs? Or are we talking about
no, just teams that
could potentially make a run.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. You got to put the Cowboys, but that's it. So it's going to be interesting. Let's focus on the Rams. What do they? Are they gonna get this Super Bowl hangover?
I don't think so. I would say I don't think so because there's potential there for a run. There's potential there for a run because look at the NFC. I mean, at the NFC right now has unproven quarterback play. Like out of all the contenders outside of Green Bay, you still have question marks there. Green Bay, outside of Green Bay, you look at some of these other contenders, you talk about shaky, questionable, consistent quarterback play when the game's on line that matters most. So I think the Rams are in a great position to go on a run. Just look at their division. I mean, Seattle's defense is shaky. We don't know what's going to happen with Russell Wilson. You look at San Francisco, they're turning over the reins possibly to Trey Lance, or they're going to bring in somebody else. We don't know what their situation is.
They go give it to Trey Lance, man. Stop
that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
they go give it reins.
That validates the point almost even more. But then you look at who else? Arizona. I mean, look at that. That shaky play. They faltered. They keep doing. That's 2 straight years. They start off hot and then they faltered down the stretch. You don't know where they're mental at right now. And so it's the division almost there for the Rams for the taking at least run this for the next 2-3 years if they want to do it.
I mean, I think they had to replace. Well, they do have to replace the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
If he plays as much or not, whatever. So he just has to have somebody there. You got to do something about this running game because I mean, I know it was a playoff, but whatever. I mean, but that running game was terrible.
Yeah,
I think Matt Stafford at one point probably still at the end of the game had the longest run for that team.
I think so.
So I mean
right.
They had 3 running backs. I think they mostly used Akers, but man, it was terrible. But I think they got a lot of free agents, not a lot, but they got some good free agents out there. Von Miller, Darius Williams, OBJ.
Michelle can go. I think the running game should improve as Akers gets healthier.
Probably, yeah.
But Von Miller and OBJ are pretty big free agents.
OBJ, I don't know if he can be signed now.
We gotta. I think he has to see. Yeah, that's the same. It's the same beat.
It's the same. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
He's not going to be able to get a big deal anywhere.
He said he was going to work out a hometown deal. So I think if they're, I
think it kind of starts with the Rams on like all this talk that McVay could walk away.
I don't think he does. He's 37, man. I think he's 30. But here's the thing. So this is once again playing around, right? We seen Harbaugh do it when he left on team signing day to go to Minnesota. He wants more money, and he comes back and says he's gonna be there for Michigan. My point is that he's gonna want Sean McVay is not as paid. He's not one of the highest paid coaches. And Les Snead is not. So I think they're going to already – listen, I think when you start saying stuff that you want to be near your family is it happens. You're emotional. It's the Super Bowl. Same with Aaron Donald. I think both of them come back. I think Aaron Donald comes back. I think Sean McVay comes back. I do see Andrew Whitworth retiring, so they have to address the
100%.
left tackle. I think he is, and deserving so, man. He's 40. He made a statement like, "Have I played long enough to play against somebody's son?" So I think,
Probably.
I think he's getting up there.
Yeah,
So I think he's gone.
For a Rams offensive line that was spotty at times, having to replace left tackle is a pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal. So I don't know how they're gonna. Listen. I think, and they're gonna have to re-sign Matt Stafford. They're in good cap space. So they over 137,000, but that's not that much. They're over 137,000. They can adjust it if teams can be over. Yeah. They'll restructure Matthew Stafford's deal. They'll restructure some deals. They'll lock up Peyton. They'll lock up Snead. They got some work to do, but just like I kind of agree with Mo. I don't see them taking that much too of a deep dive because the NFC is a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's pretty open. It should be an easy sell to those guys to run it back.
Yep. Like even if they don't go back to the Super Bowl, I just don't see them not making the playoffs. Right? I see them at least making the playoffs. At least win the division. Like they're gonna be. They just that's how Sean McVay is. He's a good coach. You have Matthew Stafford who won a Super Bowl. He didn't silence all the doubters. It's still people hating on him. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't know how.
There's still people hating on him, saying that they need more from him. I'm like, I don't know how you need more. Well, he won three playoff games in the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. I think so. Yeah, he beat the Cardinals. Yeah. And he led 2 fourth-quarter comebacks. I don't know. To me, listen, we said it before he even won the Super Bowl that the trade was validated. And to me, I think he's proven enough in my eyes that
he threw the game-winning touchdown twice.
Yeah. A no-look pass, too.
Oh, man.
No-look pass.
Hey, listen.
That was sick. That was
Hold
sick.
on. I'm sorry. I got a problem with this, yo. And that last play, I got a problem with this. Now, I had to look at the set to see, but I don't think that formation disallowed you to take everybody out of the scenario. How do you leave Eli Apple one-on-one with Coop Cup down there? You got to run it on me.
Oh, you're talking about the last play
on the fade route. I'm gonna have two on him. We're gonna split Coop Cup in half, and we're gonna double him. I don't know I gotta look at the formation again, but I don't think that formation was set up the way you couldn't have brought a second person over there. You really thought Eli Apple they wasn't gonna throw? Yeah, come on, man.
Ref
had
that last drive though.
You said what?
Ref had some bad calls and bad non-calls on that same play that 55 was called for the defensive holding or whatever it is on
was it pass interference?
Oh man.
It was
I think they called defense holding. It was defense holding.
But the two linemen on the right side had false started.
Yeah. That was
the center was like a half second late on snapping the ball.
Yeah, that was weird.
David Bakhtiari of the Packers gets away with a false start almost every passing play in Green Bay. So
it's weird. Like they call that, but they call that fake holding call. I don't understand that.
I don't know that it was fake. I mean, the linebacker did grab him.
I wouldn't have
may not have been a ton of contact, but he did grab him to keep up with him.
Yeah.
And the second call was absolutely pass interference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But Craig said, the run game is so terrible.
The one in the end zone.
Yeah. And then you got to remember that it's a game. It's like the calls are going to go because it might be down a touchdown if the call gets offensive. So you got to let it.
Yeah, you call the OPI with Higgins grabbing Ramsey's face mask, and who knows how the game shakes out there. So it's you had officiating issues. The calls went both ways.
That's what I
don't
think.
know that there was a demonstrable amount that favored one team.
Here, you can't. Here it is. Here's the thing.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah, nobody talks about how the Bengals mustered 50 yards of offense. You guys don't know that, right?
In the second half?
Yeah. They busted 50 yards. They didn't move the ball. That defense stepped up. Joe Burrow started getting sacked. All his sacks occurred in the second half.
Aaron Donald decided to take over that game.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he got sacked the most ever in a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, he passed. It was tied at 7, and then that last sack, Donald had made it 8, so he got sacked 8 times in the Super Bowl. That was the most all time.
8 times. But they'll be back. They'll be back.
Should, yeah.
The refs gave a makeup call too. Like, so did y'all peep the scuffle when Donald slung Burrow out of bounds and they had the scuffle?
Yeah.
They didn't call no flags. And if you look at that scuffle, Donald got stuck twice. Donald got hit.
He got hit. He got hit twice. He did. He got hit in the face twice.
He got stole twice.
Can somebody explain to me what Hargrave was doing?
You talking about the penalty? He got excited. I don't know why.
He trying to get left
on the field.
That was the first time I've seen that. So I was like, wait a minute.
That right there could have cost him the whole game.
It could have cost him.
Starting at the 25 with 2 minutes left. You started at the 10. That changed your whole game. Well, it probably changed your whole game plan of trying to go down the field and get some points.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
He got a first down, then they got stopped. But like, what are you doing?
He was like,
you think like you're celebrating like I don't get that, man.
I don't know that I've ever seen a player not dressed get a penalty in a game before.
I don't think so. I think that was the
to do it in a Super Bowl.
Man,
I don't think I've ever seen it.
They should have sent him right back to the locker room.
That's rough, man.
I wouldn't have let him on the bus after the game.
Golly, y'all rough.
Hey, all y'all cool with Cooper Kupp getting MVP?
I've ever seen.
Everybody cool with Cooper Kupp
getting
MVP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Craig called it.
Craig called it. Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I wanted Donald. You know why? I didn't know this.
What Kupp did, especially that last drive.
Y'all know why Aaron Donald didn't get it? The MVP is they announced the MVP.
Oh yeah,
2 minutes. 2 minutes with the game left. I didn't know that. Skip Bayless said they've been doing it for like 40-something years. I didn't realize that they do that. They call it MVP with 2 minutes left. So I guess I think if they let the game, play its entirety, I think Aaron Donald gets it. But I'm not mad at Kupp getting.
Kupp caught the game-winning touchdown twice.
So. Yeah.
No, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad, man. I'm not mad. I'm actually excited that it was a non-quarterback.
Yeah. And on 3rd and 1, was that 3rd and 1 or 4th one? That was a gutsy, but it was a good call. With it was 4th when he gave when he ran jet sweep with Kupp. I like the motion he used. He motioned him in. He motioned him short in, and then motioned him in a jet motion. Like that's gutsy call by Sean McVay. I liked it. You know what I mean?
That's why I like more on there, man. He's just talking about jet motion sweep. I have no idea as a layman, man, because I don't coach. But I watch it. It's cool, but I'm liking how you break that down for us. So what's up with the Hall of Fame selections, man? Are we great?
There is no big names out there, really, except for maybe Tony Baselli. But I mean, he's an offensive tackle, right?
Tackle,
yeah,
he's not a big. Nobody knows him. Like you need there's no splash.
He was the Jaguars' first ever draft pick.
I can dig it. I'm just saying he's no splash. There's no big splash names out there.
He's not like
He wasn't a big splash name this whole class, I guess you could say, or people that was in the final.
They all been waiting for a while.
I mean, I thought Ware was going to easily get in, and maybe probably Zach Thomas.
I thought Zach Thomas was definitely going to get in, and Ware. Like,
I mean, especially if you let. I mean, no disrespect to Brian Young, but especially if you let Brian Young in, I'm like,
I just feel like they let a lot of older people.
Happy that Sam Mills got in though, but
definitely.
And Leroy Butler. I'm happy for Leroy.
Yeah, Butler should have been in a while ago.
A while ago.
I can take Richard Seymour. I can understand Richard Seymour. That's my man.
They've been waiting for a long time, but it's just like y'all gonna wait this year.
The biggest question or the takeaway for me was the fact that neither Torrey Holt or Reggie Wayne got in.
Nope.
I figured one of those two
that
guys
is
would.
another thing that's
One of them.
crazy. Torrey
I mean,
Holt didn't get in. Like, what are we doing? How did
Tough.
Isaac Bruce make it before Torrey Holt? I still don't understand.
He
that.
retired first.
Retire first.
I don't understand that, man.
I would say there are two wide receivers in NFL history that rank in the top 10 in receptions and receiving yards in both regular season and playoff history. Jerry Rice and Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne's going to get in there. But once again, I think, Corey, did you mention it? Or Craig, did you mention it? Where they should just have 1 year where they just do a backlog of like linebackers and receivers or something? Like a special one?
They should, yeah.
They only do 8 people.
And 3, you got to remember, 3 is going to be a senior and then like
So
a coach or executive. So that's only 5.
You look at next year's eligible players. You got Dwight Freeney. You got Joe Thomas. James Harris probably not going to get in his first try, but
no.
Well, he kind of started his career late as a starter.
James Harrison.
Years he was on the bench, coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Darrell Revis.
Oh.
Yeah. Jahiri Evans. Whatever his name is. He played for the Saints. He was an offensive lineman for the Saints.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember him. He was good for a while.
Yeah.
The punter from the Raiders. I can't remember.
Guy?
No, I can't remember his name. I had it up on the thing. I didn't write it down because he's a punter. But so I was like, okay, he's been an All-Pro and all this stuff. But
it's hard for punters to get in there. It's hard.
It's not Leckler, was it?
Yeah, him.
Shane Leckler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a guy that Pat McAfee credits for.
I just saw him.
Who he learned from to punt.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
man. It's gonna be a tough one.
First try.
You said who?
Joe Thomas and Dwight Freeney.
Joe Thomas, Dwight Freeney, and probably Revis.
Probably Revis too.
Revis has to go first ballot.
Yeah, Revis has to get in.
Dwight Freeney has to too.
But I don't think Chris Johnson gets in first try, but he's in.
I feel like
Chris Johnson, the running back.
Yeah, I don't think he gets in.
He's gonna wait a while.
He's gonna wait.
He gotta wait a while. He ain't gonna wait. But
Dwight Freeney is definitely a first ballot.
I understand Richard 100%. Seymour with the Super Bowls. I understand Richard Seymour with the Super Bowls. But if you let Richard Seymour get in, you gotta let Dwight Freeney get in. Ain't no way.
Let DeMarcus Ware get in. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I can understand Patrick Willis. I really wanted Patrick Willis in there, but he didn't play long enough, and he has plenty of time. But Zach Thomas and DeMarcus Ware to me, man. And
Zach Thomas is crazy.
At least a good wide receiver that's been recent. Reggie, I've been happy with either Reggie Wayne or Torrey Holt.
Yep.
Maybe still Andre Johnson in there. But the guy that they picked, Branch or I don't know.
I think he was in his last year of eligibility.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So I think that's why.
Last year, I believe. So
he's an older guy. You know, I think he's from the 70s or.
Cam Chancellor is eligible next year.
Yeah, Cam
Chancellor. Man.
Matt Forte.
Man.
The Legion of Boom.
Dwight Freeney has to. Look at Dwight Freeney.
I would say Freeney, Thomas, Revis. Or like those three, you have to
probably Ware too. Would this be Ware third?
You think Ware? Yeah, Ware.
Yeah.
That's there.
Hey,
again.
Look at Dwight Freeney's stats. Super Bowl champion, 4 All-Pro, 7 Pro Bowler, NFL sack leaders. 4.
Doesn't he hold the career record for strip sacks?
Yeah. And he has All-Decade team, and he has 125 sacks. It's a lot.
The next year is Peppers. Peppers is automatically getting in.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and Peppers and Dwight Freeney, they both have to be first ballots, man. So this is a deep class next year. You know what? This is gonna be like.
Oh geez. 2024's got Julius Peppers, Antonio Gates, Haloti Ngata.
Hey, so hold up. Quick sidebar question. Still about the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Y'all think each member of the Legion of Boom is gonna get in the Hall of Fame eventually? At least 2 of them. Sherman gonna get in.
Sherman and Bobby.
Sherman will.
Wagner probably.
Wagner absolutely will. I think Chancellor probably does eventually.
I don't know about Earl Thomas.
Yeah, I don't know about Earl Thomas.
The way his career ended, probably.
Oh, I forgot about Earl Thomas.
Shaky. I don't know. He's on the shaky list.
Oh,
He's going in with Eli Manning's going in.
Hey, that secondary was crazy though. That secondary was
so wait a
crazy,
minute, did Earl Thomas retire?
Yeah, he's eligible in 2025.
So he retired.
I don't know if he retired, but he didn't get signed anywhere.
He's on the list.
Damn, man.
I don't know if
Who
that
was he with
retirement
last?
was voluntary.
Did he go somewhere? Did he go somewhere else after the Ravens?
Eli, Luke,
Vinatieri.
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 Damn, I don't know if you're right. I don't know if Earl Thomas might wait a while, man. If they did that to T.O., they're gonna wait. He's gonna wait a while. Marshawn Lynch should be coming up soon.
He's with 2025.
What do y'all think about Marshawn? I just watching some with him the other day. You don't think he deserves it?
I'm not. He's not getting in like 2025. Luke Kuechly's getting in.
Yeah. You think he's a third? What ballot do you think Marshawn is?
That's tough because you got so many backlog players that are.
Like Reggie Wayne and all these fourth, maybe.
Like Wayne, Holt, Andre Johnson. There's a lot of wide receivers that I think would have to go ahead of him.
That's backlog, man.
That's crazy. They just need to do 1 year of wide receivers, yo.
Like every 10 years or something to say, you know what? We're gonna double the Hall of Fame class.
Yes.
They did it. Well, they did it because of COVID a couple years ago, 2020.
No, they did it because.
Well, they did it for their like anniversary
year. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
It was 100 year. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Then take that back.
Hey,
remember they had the 100 team, the 100 anniversary team, Craig.
I didn't know that.
I watched all those.
They ended up having two groups go into the same time, but one of those was an expanded for the 100th year.
Yeah, that's when Edgerrin James went in, right? Edgerrin James, Isaac Bruce. It was a huge class. There was a lot of people that went in. Edgerrin James should have been in too. Actually, shout out to him. Man, he should have been in for real, man.
Yeah.
Hey, to Craig's point, how does Isaac Bruce not get in? I just looked it up. He's 5th all time in receiving yards with 91 touchdowns.
Isaac Bruce? No, who?
Isaac Bruce.
Isaac Bruce is in.
Oh, he got in? Oh, who was it get in?
Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne. Torrey Holt should have been before Isaac Bruce.
Hold up, Reggie Wayne is 10th right now. Reggie Wayne 10th.
Yeah, Reggie Wayne needs to be in there. It's just a backlog. Like Torrey Holt should have been in there years ago.
And Torrey Holt 16th, but you got people who's behind him in total receiving yards all time that's in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yes.
You got people who didn't even make the finals. Like Steve Smith didn't make the finals.
For real? I think Steve Smith eventually is that receiver backlog, man.
Yeah, he's 8th all time in receiving yards. Steve Smith 8th all time in receiving yards. There's no way he doesn't get in.
And then 2020,
he's gonna take a minute with him too. And I love him as a player, man. He's gonna take a minute. Unfortunately, I just don't know why they don't like putting like DeMarcus Ware is. I don't know. This year, I guess they were like, we got to put in all the old guys. No offense, but I mean, Leroy Butler's been waiting a really long time. So is Sam Mills and Richard Seymour and Brian Young. I think they were just
I can't argue against anybody that got in, but it's just
that's crazy, man.
If some of those guys have waited a while, like one more year for.
Yeah, we gotta get a splash.
Marcus Ware?
Yeah, we gotta get like Craig said, we gotta get a splash, man. Anyway, man, let's move on to the NBA. I looked at the standing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna let somebody else drive this train because I was still looking at the Super Bowl. I printed out the standings. I think they probably stay the same. The only person I think moves up is the Nets. That's probably it. I think the Nets probably move up. And then on the West side, I think that probably stays the same. I don't see the Lakers moving up.
I don't even think the Nets.
I don't see the Clippers moving up. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The standings are like, I just haven't been. I'm getting into it though. It's just the Super Bowl was over. still looking at stuff like that. Anybody got anything on the standings?
I mean,
Go
ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Greg.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, as far as like the Nets, I'm not in the Sixers, two teams that really come to mind because of the trade. I don't know if the Nets, how far they can move up. I think they probably end up at 7, maybe 6 is the highest I think they can go. I just think other teams ahead of them, the Heat, the Bucks, the Sixers, the Bulls, even the Cavaliers, who are playing
phenomenal,
better than I thought they were going to be playing, especially after they lost some key players, and Colin Sexton, and then they lost Rubio. Like, that's 2 point guards they lost. But I mean, and then you got Boston, who's starting to play well. They won 9 in a row.
Yes.
Man, I just don't know what they can do. Once they get KD back, and then they get Ben Simmons, I think if they can get Kyrie somehow on the court like every day, because they're going to need Ben Simmons is going to be fine. I think the Nets won the trade because they got, even though I hate Ben Simmons, I think he can at least play defense and guard.
Greg, you jumped right into it, man.
Yeah, he sucks. What I'm saying is that at least he can pass the ball to people who can score, like Kyrie, Steph Curry, KD. He's not gonna. Nobody wants him to shoot the ball, so just go ahead and give the ball up, play defense. That's all James Harden just didn't get along with Kevin Durant and Kyrie. He's just non-existent. So I mean, and on the other side, I look at the Lakers, and I just don't have a clue what they're doing. I think they probably finished 8th or 9th.
I told you they're gonna be able to play
game, but even if they
they're gonna get put out first round. Yeah, they
gotta play the Warriors, or their best bet is either to get to the 6th seed, or if they in the playing game, hope that the Grizzlies go to the 2 seed or probably the 2 seed, because they don't want to play the Warriors or the Suns in the first round. The best bet is to play the Grizzlies or maybe the Jazz.
How they playing right now? They might get one, and I'm just saying that I respect LeBron James. They might get one game.
The reason why I have something because I think the second half of the season, as long as everybody stays healthy, LeBron can at least elevate that team by himself, even at age 38, to do something and get this team at least to maybe the 6th seed, which I doubt, but probably the 7th seed, and they'll still be in the playing game. But that's a home court game, I guess. And
you see that? You see the doubt? Exactly why I'm not saying anything, because I doubt
the team is not good. They're not good, man.
Quiet.
I don't know. This is one of the biggest disappointments ever. And I know it's not all LeBron James' fault, but he's going to get partially
huge disappointment.
He's LeBron James, and this is his team, and this is the team that he basically said, "Come together with me." And I'm bringing Russell Westbrook, bringing Anthony Davis, bringing all these other guys, Malik Monk, and get rid of Carousel, or whatever his name is, Caruso, not Carousel. That's a damn country.
That's a drink.
And bring in people to drink too, and bring in all these other people. And now it's just they're 26-31. They got a game tonight against Utah. It's at home, but that's not a gimme. It's because you're at home. They got one of the toughest schedules to end the season. I don't know.
I gave up on them a long time ago, Craig.
I really wanted them to trade Russell Westbrook, but they
didn't. Not gonna happen, man. Nobody's taking on that salary.
No. Houston was going to take it. But the Lakers, for some reason, said, no, we want to keep Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I'm not going to get John Wall. He hasn't played.
He hasn't played for the most part, but...
at least Russ plays.
Does he?
Yeah, at least he's on the court.
He's on the court. What is he doing?
Just John Wall. He says he's healthy, but he's played 20 games in 3 years.
I mean, John Wall played. I mean, yeah, I can understand maybe wanting to see. But I mean, Ben Simmons didn't play either, and they still traded James Harden for him, basically.
But that's different. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing Russ for
it's not an injury. I understand that, but I mean, like,
I'm not doing
Ben Simmons is ass. I mean,
but he is. But what this trade allows him, if New York State changes their mandate, and Kyrie's able to play on a regular, with them getting Steph Curry, it covers a lot of his deficiencies. Let's say that the players on the court is going to allow him to play to his strengths. He's not going to shoot.
They want to trade.
So, all right. So, guess we right into it. The 76ers traded for James Harden. They traded Ben Simmons. Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, and I think there's a two
protected.
two protected
them ones.
Yeah. And then they got James Harden
and Paul Millsap. But I think
Paul Millsap. So I think it works out for both sides. Remember, Daryl Morey said he wasn't trading Ben Simmons unless he got back a star, and he got James Harden, his man. Got to give him credit for holding out because they both basically. I was listening to Daryl Morey. He said that both teams got what they want. Philly, James Harden. First, now reports are coming out. James Harden didn't get along with Kevin Durant. James Harden showed up out of shape. KD didn't like it. They say Kyrie wasn't. Oh man, Kyrie played a one-on-one and embarrassed him and said, "You're out of your prime." Kyrie said, "I'm not even basketball shape, and I dogged you." This is what the reports are saying. I don't know. Yeah, this happened. So I don't think James Harden, and then James Harden KD wants to run more of a spread offense like they do in Golden State. Phoenix kind of runs it. James wants ISO ball, which think about it. To me, both teams won. He plays ISO ball with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has James Harden. Joel Embiid is entering his prime, right? Ben Simmons fits perfectly in the Nets because the Nets are spread offense with shooters, like Mo just said. He fits perfectly there.
Yeah.
He covers it, and they can say you can play the 5, you can cover whoever you want to, and there's no pressure on you to shoot the ball at the end of the game. There's no pressure on them to shoot their ball at the end of the game because you have Kyrie and KD. They're going to want the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's
something wrong.
It's a win-win for both teams. It's hard.
There's clearly something wrong with him. There's no way you can have a superstar or a future Hall of Famer in Dwight Howard for 3 years. Right. Chris Paul, another Hall of Famer for 2 years.
Go ahead, break it down.
Westbrook, another Hall of Famer for 1 year. And then you go and then you get two future Hall of Famers again, and you only play with them for less than a year, or maybe whatever it was, a year. And they're 13-3 in those 16 games they played together as a 3-game unit or 3-team unit.
I've never heard somebody not getting along with KD, so I find it so weird.
There's something going on with James Harden. You cannot get along with guys.
He becoming the TO of the NBA now.
Every time. There's no way. There's no way. There's so much pressure on James Harden to win the title this year.
Oh yes, it is.
When I found out that he was like, he didn't like the way it was going on. The first it started with the contract extension. I knew it did. I said, okay, something's going on. Because Kevin Durant signed his. I was like, what's going on here?
I know what him and Chris Paul, the last of the Mohegans. I mean, we can say Carmelo Anthony, but the last of the Mohegans of those superstars who've been in the league double-digit plus years that ain't won no chip yet.
Russ?
And Russell and Russ.
Chris Paul, Russ, Melo.
Yeah. Chris Paul, Russ, Melo.
Yeah.
Harden.
And Dame was getting up there too, in my opinion.
You said who?
Dame.
Who?
Dame.
Dame. Yeah, Dame is. He's about to be gone next year.
And B getting up there too. And B been in the league.
B
on the same team. But then he ain't up there yet. But he's been
there
two superstars on the same team. Like you pretty much have to get it done this year. What to say? There's so much. There's a lot of pressure on this. He wanted out of there. He got out of there. He wanted to go to Philly.
A lot of pressure.
Before he wanted to go to Brooklyn anyway. So now he wanted to end up, and he's there, and it's just so much added pressure on him to win a championship this year. But everything that happened.
Here's the thing. Daryl Morey said, this is the crazy thing. I just realized this. The NBA's never been so wide open. It's wide open right now. There's no dominant LeBron. There's no dominant KD. There's no dominant Steph. It's wide open. If this is the year a team like Milwaukee did it last year, Phoenix could win it this year. Golden State could win it. The Heat could win it. The Bucks could win it. Philly could win it.
Bulls could win it. Yeah,
Bulls could win it. It's open. I was like, I didn't even think about that. He said it's open. So it's going to be a good year for the NBA. This trade was probably really good for the NBA.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of beef though. For if you peep when they asked Embiid after the trade was done, he never mentioned Simmons by name.
No, he stopped doing that a long time ago.
When a player starts mentioning you by name anymore and refers you in different person, that's when you know it's bad. Like I'm just done with this situation. I don't want to brag the board. It's enough is enough with the best. But my thing is, I'm hearing Ben Simmons not going to play till March 10th or something like that.
Yeah, like that's when they play each other. What are you doing? Excuse me. They play each other in March.
But my thing is this though. Does he have an injury? Does he have an injury right now, or is it mental health why he's not playing right now?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I really don't think it's mental health.
But I haven't heard no injury. I don't know,
Mo. Nobody knows. This is the
like,
first press conference he's had since how long?
And he sucked in that press conference. You know what? I think he's lying about the mental health. I really do. I don't think it's mental health at all. I just think he just couldn't handle what was going on in Philly.
You don't think he can handle the pressure?
Instead of saying, "Hey, look, I went out of Philly," they can't. If he says, "Hey, look, I got mental health issues," they have to give you your money. If he says, "I went out of Philly," or whatever it is, I want to be then they don't have to give you your money anymore. So I think it's the mental health route. And then his press conference was all over the place. He didn't make any sense. He was saying mental health one time, then he was saying personal reasons another time. Like, which one is it? Is it mental health or is it personal reasons? Something right here, man. And I'm not buying it.
If it comes out, if he comes out that he played the 50 on this, man, he got to give that money back to Philly.
Yeah, they say he's never gonna come out and say that. March 10th they play each other. Isn't that something? It's gonna be a good game. But I don't.
I wouldn't even come back for that game. He's gonna get booed. It's bad. They're gonna have him.
They might throw some stuff at him. They might throw some stuff at him.
So that's good for him. But
yeah.
And it's Philly too. Oh, Philly they gonna throw something. Oh, something gonna be thrown. It's Philly too. Oh, something going on that court.
It's gonna be very interesting if you know what, both players, if the Nets win a championship, I don't think they will this year, but next year the NBA is gonna be very interesting. But if the Nets win next year, Ben Simmons is validated. If Philly wins this year, on the next couple of years, James Harden is validated for asking for his trade. And that's something. Winning cures all, huh? Think about it. If Ben Simmons, all this stuff that's going on now, Craig, if one of those teams win, I don't know who's going to win the championship this year, but one of those teams win the championship in the next couple of years, everybody's going to forget this. Craig, you're not going to forget.
I'm not going to forget Justin passing the dunk.
That was crazy. I'll still never.
Philly's not exactly a forgiving sports city. They are never going to forget about him forcing his way out. Just not happening.
I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, I don't know, passing up the dunk. You know, I'm reading something online. Patty Mills says Ben Simmons is hungry. I don't know. I gotta wait till a lot of people say the Nets won the trade. I don't agree. I think Philly won it, but that's just me.
I think the Nets won just because I think they can have people that can. Because I mean, at least
because you think he added Steph Curry because you don't like this.
That's the point.
I said that they need, if they're gonna get somebody else in this trade, they need to get Steph as a shooter.
Right.
Joe Harris has been out for a while. I don't know when he's coming back.
Right.
And Steph is good.
KD, but if they get KD, Kyrie, Joe Harris, that's three shooters right there. At least they can space the floor and create
Steph Curry, and then you can have
Ben Simmons can play in the post.
Yeah, I think he loves to play center. I think he's going to flourish with the Nets because it's going to be. He's going to have a positionless. He's going to be positionless.
He's not going to have the ball in his hand like he did in Philly because you got KD, Kyrie. He's not going to have the ball in his hand.
Even if he wants to, he'll be able to because Kyrie can play off ball and KD doesn't need the ball. So if Ben Simmons wants to bring it up, that's that free flowing offense.
Yeah. They can rotate who brings the ball up.
They can rotate, man. That's that free flowing offense. So I think next year is going to be interesting, man. But I think this is really good for the NBA because next year, whoever wins it this year, I mean, it could be the Heat. It could be Boston. It could be the Phoenix Suns. Man, Chris Paul getting a championship. That would be cool.
It's the last day before the All-Star break. They start the All-Star break tomorrow, right?
No,
I think the All-Star game is Sunday. Oh, tomorrow's the last games. Okay. I know the All-Star game is Sunday.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I watch the All-Star game. I watch it. I
watch it now because of the Kobe thing. That's extra added stuff. Plus, I like obviously Kobe, so that's cool to watch. It's not gonna be.
Are they gonna have the dunk contest and all that?
I don't watch the dunk contest. I stopped watching the dunk contest. I think the year after the White. Second one. I think I stopped watching.
What? You didn't see the Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon?
Oh, my bad. I did watch that one.
That's the last really good one.
I'd rather watch it. I think the only contest I really watch legitimately is the 3-point one. I always try to watch the 3-point contest. That's the only one I really try to sit and watch.
That's always good.
Yeah, there's always a good challenge.
I always end up missing the dunk contest.
Yeah, I don't watch the skills one. I don't really watch a celebrity. I think I watched a celebrity game maybe once in the last 10 years. I think I watched a celebrity game maybe once.
Yeah, I don't really.
Hey, I wonder. So hold up. I wonder.
Maybe I'll watch it this year, man. I don't really be watching All-Star Weekend like I used
what happens? Hey, what happens if? And God forbid this happens though. But what happens with his money, or what happens if Myles Garrett get hurt in this All-Star in this celebrity game?
Myles Garrett is in a celebrity game.
Yeah, he playing. I'm like, God forbid, but I'm like, Cleveland probably like, look here. Hey,
they can stop it if they wanted
money.
To. Yeah, they can stop it if they wanted to. That's the.
That's one of those things. You get hurt in something like that, like it's a fluke thing. You're probably going to get hurt just as likely doing training. Like, it is what it is.
I don't think so. If they didn't want him to play, Mo, they
can stop. I think he's the only NBA. He's the only NBA player playing. I think everybody else is like rappers, actresses, actors. He's the only football player playing in the game. Like I think Machine Gun Kelly, a couple other rappers are playing in it. I think he's the only football player that's doing it.
I might watch it since Myles Garrett is just doing it. I seen Justin Herbert playing basketball. I was like, that's about to stop.
Yeah, listen.
Video came up with Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs came out and said he will no longer be playing basketball. But I see Justin Herbert playing basketball. I said that's about to stop.
Yeah, because he about to get paid. Burrow about to get paid. Yeah, I know. Lamar about to get paid.
Speaking about people getting paid, what do you think about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, man?
I think the conversation gonna be had. It's dumb, but I think the conversation gonna be had. Feelings hurt right now, but I think the conversation gonna be had.
Why feelings hurt?
I don't know.
He claims that he feels like he's being made the scapegoat for their playoff loss. But the thing is,
nobody blames.
Has anybody been claiming that?
Right.
Like I've seen Cliff Kingsbury take a shitload of heat for that playoff loss.
I thought we saw
to the point where we were all thinking he could lose his job.
That's what I thought. Nobody here blamed Tyler, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, there have been some questions about his leadership and work ethic, but that's a very different conversation than dumping the playoff loss on him.
Right.
So it's weird because apparently Kyler and Kingsbury have the same agent, so it's a little weird having Kyler acting like he is, and the rift appearing in the franchise. I think when it comes down to it, it's just Kyler trying to get an extension a year early. Like I today saw it being floated that baseball could come back into the picture for him potentially, and that just makes me think that it's all about him wanting to get his payday right now.
Man, listen.
Baseball's on a strike anyway. Come on, what are you doing?
This isn't the year to make that threat.
No. Changed Twitter or IG, whatever it was, his little photo to Oklahoma and the A's. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, look. Yeah, come on, man.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think pitchers and catchers were supposed to report yesterday. I think they still in talk.
The same stuff about Cam Newton. Like he's just emotional and he's just like he just pouts and stuff like that. I mean, like
there's no leverage.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be like the face of the franchise. Like, what are you doing?
This is where he needs a head coach that can step in and coach him, help him grow and mature to take over control of that franchise. It does make me think maybe there is something to the fact that Larry Fitzgerald walked away because of friction with Kyler Murray.
He did, and he hasn't retired, which is so weird to me.
But he has had,
He's not
as far as I can tell,
yet.
zero association with the Cardinals since his contract expired.
Yep, he has.
Which, for a guy that was the face of the franchise for over a decade, to just have zero association is kind of bizarre.
It's weird.
So,
it's a little weird, man.
But that's it. I think that the maturity and locker room concerns are a very different conversation from being blamed and scapegoated for a playoff loss. So I don't know. It's dumb. I think Murray's just using it as leverage to get an extension right now. That's the only thing that makes sense in this instance.
Yeah.
Because he has no leverage otherwise, because Cardinals have him for 2 more years under contract.
Just like, so first of all, baseball's strike. 2, baseball's not going to pay you what the NFL has been paying you. So that's, that's why why the Cardinals were petty right back. Like, you want to be petty.
If you're insanely good, you can make way more money in baseball. But he's been away from it for too long to be able to jump into that kind of money.
Yeah, nobody's gonna pay you. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay you a Bryce Harper. You see, but people don't know this. Me and Craig had this conversation. Baseball players, Bryce Harper, they get paid after they don't get paid for 2 years. They take a while to get paid.
I think it's like the second when their first
second. Yeah. How long is a rookie?
Something like that.
They're like 5 or 6.
They're in the farm system. Then they have 2 years of arbitration or something where they have salary set, and then they hit free agency.
It takes a minute, man. They don't get. Yeah, you gotta be good. You gotta be good to get paid in baseball, man. They don't just be paying every. I mean, I don't. You see bad contracts in baseball, but not really that much because they know you're good because. It takes a long time. NFL, you get the 5th year extension, man. So that's the extension. Isn't the 5th year you get paid? You get paid a really good amount of money.
Yeah, it's a big jump for your 5th year option.
It's a big jump, right? And your first pick. So I think that's aggregated into it. I don't know. If you're a quarterback in the NFL. How are you going to get paid? Shannon Sharp says he thinks he wants to get paid early because he's seeing he's a smaller guy. So he's seeing that people get hit, hit more. I don't know. I think he should just wait. I don't know what's the big rush.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know what the big rush is. I don't know. I think he's being petty.
Hey,
you gotta wait.
Oh man. Hey, fellas. I think we mentioned him earlier in the podcast. Dude. Oh, I gotta show back up. See his name. But dude, Chad Ritter or Richter, he's a draft analyst. He just did a mock draft on Monday. He has 5 quarterbacks going in the first round. He has
what website was that on?
It's the NFL. It might be NFL.com. He did his mock draft. He did it on Monday, and he has 5 quarterbacks going first round. He has Malik. He has Carolina getting the kid from Liberty at 3. He has Denver getting the Howell at 7.
He said, hold on. He said he has Sam Howell at 7.
Yes.
No, he did not.
Yeah, I'm serious. I can screenshot these dresses.
I've seen this. Yeah.
I think I've seen this because I looked at Carolina and said he went to 3, and I just exited the website. I closed it out.
He has Denver. Yeah, he has Denver getting
quarterback class.
Hold on. He has Malik Willis going 3 to Carolina.
Yeah, he said
Pickett going to Denver. Yeah, he got Pickett going to Denver at 9. He got Howell going to Pittsburgh at 10. Us getting Matt Corral at 11.
Oh my God, he's the same player as Tyler Heineke.
And then at 30, and then at 32, he has Detroit getting Ritter from Cincinnati.
No.
So he got all 5 of these dudes going first round. I don't think it's gonna happen. There's no way these all 5 of these.
There's no way.
In my mock drafts, I only seen 3: Willis, Ritter, and
Corral. I think Corral.
Pickett.
No, Pickett. Corral's not. I would say Corral.
I think Corral ends up
card.
in round one. He's fallen just because he was at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Once teams get to look at him again, I think Corral, Willis, and Pickett are probably the three that will go definitely round one. Yeah. I do think Ritter and Howell could get in there. But I could see them being back end of round one, teams trading up to get that fifth-year option on a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
See, Detroit taking one of them at 32 or whatever. They're 32.
Yeah, this is wild. But I've seen,
that would just be Detroit trading up a couple of spots to get into it.
But I've seen that one's crazy. I don't have 5. But most I've seen Willis, Ritter, or Corral, and I've only seen 3 though. Most times, Craig, for Carolina, they got you getting Cross.
Oh yeah,
I'll take that.
That's most of them.
Well, shoot, this mock draft right here got him slipping down to he ain't gonna slip this far, but they got him slipping down to 15 in New Orleans. I'm like,
Cross?
Yeah, he ain't slipping that.
No, he's not getting past the Panthers. I think the Panthers gonna go ahead and select him, and I think we're gonna probably get. I've seen a lot of mock drafts for us getting.
I'll tell you this:
Ritter or a lot of Pickett is going to the Broncos, and a lot of ones I see.
I'll tell you this: if we do this show, the draft live, and the Panthers end up taking a quarterback,
we are going to do it live. We are.
I'm leaving the stream.
Craig,
you gonna see the pick? You gonna see the pick, and also you gonna see Craig just go off.
I'm not gonna be sitting here with a disgusted face for the next 20-some picks as we sit here and wait for the first round to end because the Panthers decided to take a quarterback.
Craig's gonna be like, I can see Craig being like, every pick that comes up, he's gonna be like,
hey, listen,
I can't believe they up with a beer. I got nothing to watch round one.
I ain't gonna lie, I might get off. We get a quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hey, I might get off. We get a quarterback at 11 because
no, we don't need to get a quarterback.
It's too much talent, yo.
I don't want no quarterback at 11. I want, you know who I really want? I want Derek Stingley. I think he's gonna drop. I seen him going to Minnesota at 12. I want him at 11. Because if we get Matt Corral, or I'd just rather do another year with Heineke. I would.
I mean,
I would. Or Jameis. I would. Even Mitch Trubisky is better than these quarterbacks, man. I'm serious.
I
don't know, Corey.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. I don't want any. The only quarterback that I wouldn't mind is Pickett, maybe. And maybe Willis.
I'm intrigued by Sam Howell.
For real?
Well, I would take Howell, Ritter.
I like Ritter
Pickett.
too.
I'd probably take all those guys over Mitch Trubisky. I've seen what he can do in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Willis. I just think Willis needs the biscuit.
Yeah, Willis needs time.
Unless
the Panthers are taking him and planning on starting Sam Darnold for another year. That pick would make a ton of sense.
I saw a mock draft where they said Pittsburgh, and he'll wait. Which I could definitely see.
Wait behind who though?
Wait behind Mason.
And listen, Lord have mercy. Sit behind it. Hey, I might lose if I see Dwayne Haskins start week 1. Boy, I might lose it. I might let Pittsburgh. Don't do this, man. Don't do this.
No. A better option than Mason Rudolph.
And I saw one that has us getting Desmond Ritter.
Hey, we get a quarterback. Hey, Craig, I'm right with you.
They say Ritter.
I'm logging off.
They say Ritter is. They say Ritter is good. That's what I've seen a lot. They say Ritter.
It's too much. It's too much talent in this draft. We can get an O lineman. I'd rather straight back and get a wide receiver.
Yeah,
I'd rather straight back and get a wide receiver. It's too much time in this draft for us to draft a quarterback at 11.
I'd rather have like Jameis Winston. And then draft.
I'd rather just stay with Heineke.
Available. The best.
I'd rather stay with Heineke than draft one of these dudes at 11.
At least y'all have second and third round picks, right? Carolina don't. So they got.
I don't.
After that stupid trade for Sam Darnold and the trade for CJ.
Oh yeah.
They traded.
That's why y'all don't think y'all are going to get a quarterback, right?
I hope not. I really hope not.
What if y'all draft somebody in the 4th round or something?
They got 2 4th round picks.
or trade up to the third and get like Howell. Would you like
Howell
that?
won't be there round
Howell?
3.
Nah, he won't. They don't have no draft capital. That's the only thing. So they wasted it all with Darnold, and I don't know about Henderson yet, but maybe be a good corner for him.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I thought Donald was gonna be a decent pick. I swear, I thought it was gonna be a decent pick, man.
I thought it was Adam Gase ruined him. Get him away from Gase. He could be okay. Nope.
Maybe he gets some offensive lineman and he gets a McCaffrey back there. I don't know. Maybe it'll be better, but I really want them to just lose games so that way they can get maybe.
The next quarterback class is crazy, right? Let me see.
C.J. Stroud and Bryce Love. I really want one of those two for the Panthers.
Let me see. I'm about to see NFL.
Spencer Rattler's out there next year.
Quarterback draft class. Yeah, here it is. Let's see.
C.J. Stroud's going to be. I think he's good, and I think Bryce Love is
Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. The battle for they said this. How about isn't Bryce Young on the small side?
He's good. I don't care. He went to Alabama too. Like, give me him.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is set up to help protect those guys a little more.
But he also has a better line at Alabama.
Oh, then you got Spencer Rattler. He's in South Carolina. I want to see what he does. He was terrible Oklahoma.
He was terrible with Oklahoma.
Which I don't understand.
He got benched.
I don't understand because Lincoln Riley. So, first off, Lincoln Riley was there. Spencer Rattler should be in a conversation.
That's right. Should NFL draft this year.
Right. Because, I mean, who did he have? Let's see. Lincoln Riley had Kyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Baker.
Baker. And Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't understand why. Maybe they didn't get along. I don't know.
Spencer Rattler did good the year before, but last year he was just not. He wasn't good.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But we'll see.
Caleb Williams did transfer to USC to reunite with them.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he got paid, I think, a crazy NIL deal. It says Fresno State, Jake Henner. Fresno State.
He's solid too.
Yeah, they say he can make all the throws. Dang, this show might be like. They said Jaron Hall for BYU. And I think that's it. Yeah, you got Grayson McCall, Coastal Carolina. You got the Heaton Hooker, Tennessee. Well, so it might be a really deep class. It might be like how last year's class was with Trey Lance and Mac Jones.
It'll at least be a better year to need a quarterback.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, that's what I would. If we don't get a veteran like Jameis Winston,
got to be terrible to get one of these two. Then one of those two. I mean,
yeah,
Stroud or
I'll trade up.
Yeah, I guess you can do that too.
But you're gonna have to give away assets. You're gonna have to do San Francisco. What was it, 3?
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is the thing about San Francisco. They're built. They might mess around, and Trey Lance fits right into that offense, and they're gonna be good right where they left off. San Francisco is gonna be good with Trey Lance. So those first round picks are gonna be at the bottom.
Yeah. Possibly happen.
It could possibly happen. Those first round picks could be in the 20s or 30s. I mean, those guys sometimes they don't. I don't know, man. The first round picks are. I'm not saying they're not valuable, but like some aren't.
Really, 50.
50, man. I mean, like the Commanders, Jamin Davis. I hope he is a good lineup backer, but in my mock draft, I wanted offensive lineman in the first round. I really think they were trying to get Micah Parsons, but Dallas got him. But I don't think Jamin Davis. I think we could have still got him in the third. I really do. I think that. And then,
his name had been rising the last month or so.
Just man, you know who I think would have fit good is I think his name is Nick Bolton, that Kansas City guy.
Oh man, yeah, he was dog.
I mean, he was available in the third round. But anyway, I don't, I'm not an NFL exec, so he still has time to prove of who he is. I just hope this year we get it right. Either we trade it for a quarterback, but anyway, let's get to this because I'm gonna start off. The biggest stories in the NFL offseason. We already covered the draft, right? Which we're doing live, guys. I don't know if the biggest stories that we want to happen will, besides one. I think Aaron Rodgers stays. I think Russell Wilson stays. And I think Deshaun Watson gets traded. That's a guarantee, though. I don't know. Something's telling me that Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson would be bark with no bite. Like I just feel like I don't think so. I think Aaron Rodgers is a diva. He comes back. He works it out. They re-sign Devontae. They re-sign him. But, they cut players like Ladarius Smith. He's getting a lot of that cap. They cut him, but they're almost under.
I don't know if they cut him. Preston Smith gets cut.
Yeah, Preston Smith and him get cut.
Zadarius probably gets restructured.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They got Rashawn Gary, and then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, well, you're right. They might restructure him. So, I just think that's me. I just think it's not going to be a boring NFL offseason, but I just don't. What I want to see is Aaron Rodgers goes to Denver with Devontae Adams, and they trade away like 8 picks, and then Russell Wilson goes to Carolina or goes to the Commanders. I just don't think none of that's going to happen. I think it's going to be boring.
Other guys out there, other names, quarterbacks, but.
Ooh, I mean, you got Jameis Winston, right?
I mean, there's some wide receivers out there like Godwin.
He's probably gonna go back to Tampa.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think he's gonna take a discount after getting hurt on the tag. So Tampa's gonna have to pay up.
Yep. Because he proves he's worth it.
I do think the outside of potentially McVay retiring. Because how many of young assistants have gotten jobs the last few years just because they've spent time around him?
Yeah.
And the fact that by the time he hits 40, he'd probably be back coaching somewhere again, anyways. But
that's what everybody's like.
But I do think that the biggest story for this offseason is the quarterback carousel, because I said you've got the two big pieces, the first two dominoes to fall, Rodgers, Wilson. And then what happens there kind of could take shape for the entire NFL. And you also have to keep in mind that a number of these teams are going to want to have decisions made by the time free agency starts March 19th. So I don't know that we're going to have to wait a lot of time for some of these decisions.
Okay. You think it's going to happen soon?
I think those dominoes start falling pretty early.
Okay.
Like if Rodgers wants out, I think that deal gets done before free agency starts.
Wow.
Same because for a lot of these teams, the quarterbacks take up a lot of money. Teams are going to need to know how much of their cap they have to allocate to the quarterback position before they can go start spending money.
Quarterbacks take up a ton of money, man.
Then, I mean, you look at
what's the cheapest quarterback
teams that are going to be bidding on quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have Pittsburgh, Denver, Cleveland, Indy, Tennessee, Philly, Washington, New York, Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans. It's a lot of people looking for quarterbacks. And you look at the second tier of quarterbacks after Rodgers and Wilson. I mean, the names that I've seen thrown around, like Watson, Garoppolo, Wentz, Cousins, Carr, Mayfield.
They said Carr's already working on an extension.
I did see that, he could get an extension upwards of $40 million a year.
Yep. And then Garoppolo, right? Garoppolo that's the average rate, Craig.
I understand it.
It's expensive. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is about to restructure his deal because that's why Kevin O'Connell said he wanted to be there, which makes sense. Like I have a quarterback.
Burrow's getting $50 million a year.
Now I just looked it up. The highest paid. I just looked up the highest paid top 10. I'm about to read it off. The highest paid quarterbacks, and this is like average salary per season for next season. Mahomes is 1 at 45.
Mhm.
Josh Allen is 2 at 43.
Yep.
Dak Prescott is 3 at 40.
Jeez.
Deshaun Watson is 4 at 39 million.
Damn.
Russell Wilson is 5th at 35. Aaron Rodgers is 6 at 33.5 million.
That's going up.
Goff is 6 right now at 33.5 million. Cousins is 8th at 33 million. Carson Wentz is 9th at 32 million. And Matt Ryan is 10th at 30 million.
That's going up. So Kirk Cousins is about to go up. Derek Carr is about to go up.
And Derek Carr not even in the top 10. He's probably about to be.
They already said that Lamar, they're working on an extension with Lamar.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
When Josh Allen gets, man, these guys out of control.
They're getting a lot of money, man.
It's why I'm really surprised that the players didn't push to put a cap on what one player can take up of the salary cap. So all of that money getting saved by rookies getting structured deals is almost all going to quarterbacks.
Yeah, and then the quarterback free agent list is here. It is Jameis Winston, which he's probably going to be able to pick. I don't think he's going to get paid. I don't think he's going to get paid 40.
Oh no!
But he's going to get paid. He's 28. He's already looking good. What's his ACL? He's already working out. He got injured early in the season. He was playing really, really, really well before he got hurt. So he could be back in New Orleans, which that's probably seen where he's familiar with the system. Dennis Allen is back. Or he could go to another team. So, Craig, would you like Jameis Winston in Carolina?
I like almost any quarterback over here right now. It's just I don't think they're going to be able to survive because the offensive line is bad. Like if you get a quarterback in there, like even if it's like Russell Wilson or like just say they get him on the cheap, they don't have to trade away a whole bunch of good players to get Russell Wilson. Deshaun Watson or somebody like that. And Deshaun Watson's stuff is case is gone, whatever it is. Even Jameis Winston. But I mean, like the offensive line is so bad, it doesn't matter who you bring in there. They're going to be just getting sacked all the time. Unless they go out and they make offensive line a priority, that and a tight end after, you know what I'm saying? Like that's cool. But if they're not going to do that, plus this is Matt Rule's last year pretty much. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve. If he's got anything up his sleeve.
Listen,
he's going to try to destroy that franchise on his way out.
Craig, do you think he finished the season? Do you think he finished the season?
I don't know, man. Like this is as good a season as any for this team to do something because the division is up for grabs for the most part.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I think Tampa Bay is still probably the number one team if they can get a solid quarterback in there, and the Saints are probably right behind them. Basically, the Panthers are still last, but I think this is. I mean, it's open.
Yeah.
It's very open. I think
the whole NFC pretty much open, except for like maybe the Rams and the Packers.
Packers, 49ers probably.
I don't know about them. The Cowboys, I mean, but
it's a list is short. It is open.
It's a small, it's a short list. I mean, you got 17 making the playoffs. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be the Bengals and make the playoffs after a terrible year, but I mean, anything can happen. I hope they don't. I hope they maybe can get some CJ Stroud next year or something.
Yeah.
Something because
that rule will be gone by then, though.
That'd be great.
I did see a report that executives around the league look at Rule as a lame duck coach.
Yep, I heard that.
I don't know why people were even going there. Like
I don't know why he got hired. That was a weird hire that came out of nowhere.
I'm like, man, you guys.
And he told us he got the new GM to sign him to a 7-year, like $62 million contract. So I don't even know why.
I don't know why
the new owner signed. Like, I don't know why, because there was no GM at the time. So Tepper was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just, I mean, listen, billionaires."
He's dumb. He's dumb.
That was a dumb move.
I didn't like the hire in the first place. You hired
and then he's like, "I shouldn't have hired him for that much." Yes, you should have. You should have hired him.
You shouldn't be making those decisions.
You shouldn't have. You should have hired a GM This is
Write the
the,
checks and hire somebody else to handle that.
yeah, this is the NFL, man. And you got to pay that out. You got to pay that out if he fires him.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Pay what you owe.
He's not a Nick Saban coach. Like he's not a Lincoln Riley type of, like, you just sign him for what? I didn't understand the hire. I think he's terrible.
That joint came out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
I mean, Rule's name was pretty hot in the coaching carousel that year. Rule had interviewed a year before for an NFL coaching job. So it wasn't the most out of left field type thing. It wasn't a David Culley type hire. But
yeah.
No, it wasn't. But
David Culley was a better
the deal
coach.
they gave him was that was a question.
He swindled his way into being a head coach.
He's about to go right back to college.
Yeah, he's already talking about it
For a lot of money.
Go back.
A ton of money.
This is a waste of 3 years for the Panthers. This has been terrible.
Remember what I said? Some NFL, Draymond said there's a handful of NBA teams that want to win, and I think there's a handful of NFL teams that go into the season like we're trying to win a Super Bowl. I unfortunately I don't know. I don't think the Commanders is on that list. Dan Snyder is wilding out right now. The only thing is I give him credit is he did bring Joe Gibbs back. And he hired Ron Rivera, which that is trending towards winning. I tried to tell my friend, he's a big Commanders fan. He was like, no. Only reason I say he said no and almost walked away from me. I said, wait a minute. Joe Gibbs won in the NFL and then he won in Joe Gibbs Racing. So it's not like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I don't know, Craig. Like teams like, unfortunately, like Carolina and the Commanders, I don't know if they're dedicated. I can't say that to Corey for the Colts because it seems like they're dedicated to trying to win a championship.
I miss Jerry Richardson, honestly, but
I mean they were when they got Cam and Ron Rivera, y'all were on the road to winning a championship. And it did David Tepper. It was David Tepper who got rid of
who got rid of Ron Rivera?
Cam, Ron Rivera.
Yeah, all them fell under his watch, or under his regime, or you want to call it, his ownership. He's terrible.
Y'all should have never got.
Well, Jerry had to go, but
no, I'm talking about Ron Rivera. I don't know about Cam, but I don't think y'all should have got rid of him.
He could have left, but Ron Rivera I thought should have stayed.
Yeah, y'all fired him in the middle of the season.
Whatever, man.
That was crazy. I was like, y'all gonna fire this man? Yo, he's done good for this franchise. He turned y'all franchise around. Well, not around. Y'all won the Super Bowl with John Fox. But he kept up that, like, y'all dominated for a second, man. Y'all own that division.
I mean, that last Super Bowl appearance was what, 2004?
Yeah. Yep, it was. Yeah.
I mean, it had been a little bit.
Yeah. Y'all were done. I looked at it, was like, damn, I thought Carolina was y'all won the division a lot of times.
Years on that sheet, they were 16th out of 32, which was surprising. I thought they'd be lower, but
yeah, I mean, y'all won a lot with Cam. Y'all only had these couple, like these last 3 years, but Cam, Rivera, y'all won a lot. I don't know. I just think the way, if y'all gonna get rid of somebody like that, at least give them the decency to coach out the season, like. Yeah, and then you hire Matt Rule and look at it. That's what. Unfortunately, I know you're a Carolina fan, but that's what he gets, man. So have some common decency.
The whole franchise gets. I mean, they hired Brady as the offensive coordinator, and they let him Rule basically.
He's a scapegoat, man. I think he's a good offensive coordinator.
Those guys just butted heads, man. He wanted to run the ball, they wanted to, or vice versa, and pass the ball, and so they just didn't get along. But it's just, it's just a terrible match, man. It's just not good. So,
but Joe Brady was good. Like I've never heard of anybody saying that he wasn't, because he was there for 2 years, right? Nobody was complaining when he had Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yeah.
Y'all were playing. I don't know. I think he's a scapegoat.
It's when a coach starts dumping coordinators like that, it's them trying to save their ass for one more year.
Mm-hmm. And then hold on. You hired what's his name? The Giants coach.
McAdoo.
Ben McAdoo.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, sweet Jesus.
Good luck, man. Man, I don't understand why you hired McAdoo, man.
McAdoo, he did solid for the offense in New York, but I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to come to the Panthers right now with a coach that's probably not going to be there either halfway through the season or definitely probably not next year unless
he might be an interim coach. He might be looking for that. Like I could be interim
possibly, coach. But I mean, like you're going to hire potentially your replacement,
right? Or your
hopefully
replacement
that means
for the season. Hold on, no, just your replacement for the season. Man, Ben McAdoo ain't gonna be no.
Oh
yeah, he'll have the interim tag.
They're gonna get somebody.
This means maybe Hassan Reddick will want out of town and not re-sign with the Panthers.
Yeah,
that'd be tough. They need to re-sign him, but they got so many.
Y'all have the cap space. Y'all have the cap space, right?
They got some cap space. They're not. They think they're like midway. Out of about 16, somewhere around that range.
Oh, because that Donald hits it. I picked up his option or something.
Then,
yeah.
Oh man, this I don't even care no more.
I'm not even gonna lie, Craig. I legit thought it was a great move.
I was kind of hyped this year. I thought they maybe out of the first 9 games, they could probably win 6 of them.
I thought y'all were going to the playoffs. I did. But you kept saying it too. It was like, come on, man. Who did they lose to? Was it the Giants? You was like, "This is done."
It was the Giants.
It was early in the season. You were like, "I'm done."
That was a dumb. They got destroyed in that game. They got destroyed. It just wasn't. I don't know, man. It just wasn't good, man. That Cowboys, they were down, and then I saw
y'all beat the Cowboys, didn't?
No, they lost. They were down by a lot, but then they came back and made it competitive.
Okay.
Score wise, because I guess the Cowboys just started letting off the gas, but Darnold came back and threw touchdown passes. They cut it down to like 7 or something like that. But either way, they still lost. But I'm like, okay, Darnold, even though you lost, you started off bad. And then the next week, I think they played either Philly or the Giants, and it was just like, okay, I'm done. This is the true Sam Darnold, and it's not going to get any better. And it sure didn't.
All right, y'all ready for the rest of the free agent quarterbacks? Marcus Mariota.
Who?
Marcus.
Don't stop that.
He's second. Teddy Bridgewater, Mitch Trubisky, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Andy Dalton, Colt McCoy, Joe Flacco, Geno Smith, Cam Newton.
You can stop.
This is bad.
I mean, you got an elite quarterback on that list there. Joe Flacco.
Oh, man.
He did go 11 touchdowns, no picks in the playoffs one year. Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. His playoff winning record is immaculate. He wins in the playoffs. I just think his time is over. His time's over, Greg. Yeah, it's over, man. He was a good quarterback for a while. Like he was a good starter. He was a good starting quarterback. But he was viewed as one of those quarterbacks that got overpaid. He won the Super Bowl. They overpaid him, and he did not play good after that.
They're done.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think Trubisky might be. No, Trubisky not. Bridgewater might be the only gap starter. He's a gap starter though.
Maybe Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, yeah.
I mean, he was hurt last year, so it's hard to gauge. I think potentially the best option for a team that misses out on Rodgers and Wilson would be Jordan Love, because I see no scenario where Aaron Rodgers signs an extension to the Packers and allows the Packers to keep Jordan Love on the team as well.
I would trade a third rounder for him.
Worth a shot.
What, Love going to his third year? Love is in his third year.
I would.
No
pressure.
I
would. Third rounder. No pressure.
I would be like, if I'm Indy, I consider keeping Wentz on the roster, trading for Jordan Love.
Yep.
Let him compete.
Oh, yeah, the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same thing if I was the Commanders. I would. Listen, these draft quarterbacks are not hitting. We can shoot for Jordan Love. Now, Riviera has to be content with him having a job, which I don't think Snyder. I don't know.
I don't know if Snyder's in a position to get rid of Rivera.
Yeah. So I think
he's facing a lot of heat from Congress right now.
He is.
Over his harassment stuff.
And
he just bought a $45 million home.
You hear the Cowboy stuff too? Just came out?
Oh, geez, yeah.
What happened?
The senior person in their organization who they did an investigation on and decided he didn't do anything wrong, but he's no longer with the organization, and they paid the cheerleaders $2.5 million, even though nothing wrong happened.
Oh, here it is. It just
They did a whole ESPN did a whole little thing on it, and then the dude came on and said Jerry won't. Of course, Jerry ain't talking to you. Of course, Jerry ain't saying
no. Jerry's not going. Damn, 2 point voyeurism. Oh wait, that's not good.
No.
What do you mean? What did they do?
Jerry Jones's daughter.
Oh, I don't know.
All I heard was Cowboys cheerleaders.
Nah, she said that each woman. They said that the guy Richard Damprel was standing behind a wall with his iPhone while they were changing their clothes. Oh my God!
Oh yeah. They said he thought nobody was in there. They said supposedly he thought nobody was in there or something.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean nobody was in there? You have your iPhone.
Yeah.
It says right here.
You're filming these women getting dressed. That's nasty.
Yeah.
They're in the locker room, man. I don't want nobody filming me when I'm getting ready.
It says accused by Daryl Lempey, whatever his name is, accused by a lifelong Cowboys fan of taking upskirt photos of Charlotte Jones Anderson, who is the daughter of Jerry Jones.
Oh man.
Oh, he was accused.
He was a creep.
By a lifelong fan. Yeah. Photos of Charlotte Jones Anderson, a teen singer and daughter of Jerry Jones, in a Cowboys row room during the 2015 draft. Jerry's probably not happy.
Oh, people.
Yeah, he's a creep. He's a creep, man. You taking pictures of upskirts of women? Come on, man. What are you doing here?
On the shoes, man.
That's bad, man. That's why Jerry Jones is probably not talking to the media. His daughter was involved, which that's not cool, man.
I mean, it's not cool for any.
Nah, that's not cool, man. You in the locker room changing as a woman, and you see at the corner of your eye a guy with he's probably old too, man. Jeez, man.
Oh Lord.
Come on, man. That's just
come on. That's a true definition.
Right, because sometimes, just like a locker room full of men, a locker room full of women, they feel comfortable. They're just talking, changing their clothes after a long work day. You people see somebody filming you, that's not cool, man. It's creepish. That sucks.
That's tough.
Damn, man, that is tough. But what? So they paid them $2.4 million to the cheerleaders. Oh, they didn't say anything.
This happened in 2015.
2015. Why is it just coming out now?
Who knows? All these stories have happened.
That's funny.
Dan
like
Snyder
with
leaking stories.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the Commanders with Snyder. This happened years ago. Years. I mean, I heard it was bad. I mean, I didn't think it was like that bad. Like, I didn't think it was that toxic. But yeah, he just bought a $41 million home in Potomac, Maryland. My friend just sent it to me, man. We're in a little group chat. Matt sent it to me. He was like, look at this. No, Jamar sent it was like, because I just got this feeling. I was like, he's not going to. I was like, maybe they might force him to sell the team. He was like, he just bought a $41 million house. I was like, damn. And they're probably going to go out Virginia, which makes sense. They're coming out there, Corey. They're going to build it probably near one of the metro stations, probably out Tyson's.
I mean, it makes more sense to tear down RFK and do it there, but
it does. It'll be back in DC. Sports
There's already a metro stop.
There's already a metro stop. People can get there.
I don't think fans want it in DC. I don't think the people want it.
I've talked to people. I don't think they mind it. I think a lot of them want it back. I I
When you build
never,
a state of the art type stadium there in DC, I think you could, especially if you make it an indoor stadium and have like kind of like a convention center type deal.
That's what he
attached
wants
to it as well. You could get a lot of stuff, a lot more usage out of it than just football.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He said the next stadium he wants hotels or a conference center, which makes sense because then it could be used.
That'd be straight.
Man,
I mean, if they went and decided to build over by the Nats and the soccer stadium,
that
could work too.
That could work because they'd have space back there. Then it's a 20. Me and my friend were talking about it maybe like 2 years ago. It's a 20-minute walk from Navy Yard. He's like, you think people will walk? Yes. People walk to the it's a 20-minute walk. I do now. Like it doesn't. It's cool. Yeah, we'll walk 20 minutes. It's not 20-minute walk. It's not long, and then there's restaurants on the way. Like so.
Yep. There's a ton of housing going up over there.
Ton of housing, man. So it's going to be interesting. Wherever they build it, I will go. I'm going to be honest.
But knowing the team, it's going to be put in just the most inconvenient place. It's going to cause traffic nightmares that are insanely worse than what traffic already is in the area, and it's just going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, because I don't think. Think about it, Craig. I don't think Hogan wants him in PG County.
Oh my God!
Because that space right by the MGM and the harbor, it's a lot. They could build it there. It has hotels, convention, casino. Traffic's already bad, so nobody doesn't really care.
I mean, you could get a
traffic's already terrible there. So you said what, Craig?
Metro to go over there, build another line or something like that.
They'll never build a line out there, man.
I mean, how long is the Silver Line supposed to?
They're still doing a Silver Line?
Extended. They're still working on it. I'm pretty
sure. Yeah, they're still working on the Silver Line.
They've been doing the Silver Line since.
And what was the color supposed to be that was supposed to go like the circle around the metro?
Purple.
I think the purple line.
Purple line that they were talking about has been discussed since I've moved out here, and just nothing's ever happened on it.
I thought the Silver Line was done. I heard.
No, Silver Line is Nah, they got let me look it up. They're building out.
No, I thought they were. I didn't know. I thought they were. I don't really know about the Metro because I'm not near it anymore. But I thought they were done.
No, man, that's why he said he might move to Virginia because they're building out. They're building out Metro. Mm-hmm. Let me look at the map because
article from December 2021 saying that the Silver Line nears completion.
Yep.
Or nearer to completion.
They've been doing that for a long time.
They've been doing that for a while. So I think that's why, let me see the rail line. It is, and it goes all the way to.
What's that?
Because they're trying to build all the way out to Dulles.
Yep. Yeah, it goes.
I thought it does go to Dulles, doesn't it? It doesn't?
Yeah, they're trying
I don't think yet.
It goes to Tyson's right now.
And they're trying to get to Ashburn.
Yep.
And
it goes to Reston. Yeah, I think they're trying to get it to Ashburn. That's why he's like, I'm going to go out Virginia. Because he can build it near Tyson's. Or he can build it near Reston. And you got people like me like, oh, I'll just take the Metro. I'm going to go to one game when they build a new stadium, man.
I mean, I'm never taking the Metro again. I can't stand it. I hate.
You don't like the Metro?
Can't stand it.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm so used to it.
Do you take it every day or something?
I used to, man. I used to be on the Metro all the time.
I used to take it, but I couldn't do it anymore. The Metro sucks.
Now it's terrible. Now I heard it's like 20 minutes between trains during rush hour.
That was always bad.
Crazy.
And it stops.
Because the 7,000 or series trains, all of those haven't been put back into circulation yet.
Mm-mm.
Corey, do you Metro?
No, I am out at Chantilly, so I drive.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know what Hogan says about the stadium. I don't think it's gonna come out here. I don't think it's. I think they're done, man. I think he's gonna go out Virginia. I don't think. I don't think that. They're not gonna stay in Landover. It's
no.
It's like a wasteland out there, man. And the stadium sucks. Did you see the crowd
Terrible.
fell? Jalen Ramsey, not Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Hurts is saying goodbye in a. We're like ranked the worst stadium in the NFL.
Jesus Christ!
The food is bad. The seats are bad.
Food is bad, but it's high.
It's high. Yeah, it's like $20 for a beer.
I'm not about to pay $20 for a beer. I'm going to go ahead and get mine in before I get it.
If somebody gave me tickets to a game at FedEx, I would turn them down. I know this because I've done it.
Yeah, I haven't been in a long time.
It's been since the last time me and you went, James.
That's the last time.
I used to work there doing cone crew, but I ain't never like
for real. I went one time with the same season though. I went with last time I went, Andrew Luck played.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, I was at that game.
Yep, I went with Jamal and Trail, Mo.
Hold on, Corey, we play y'all this year. We go to y'all gonna be at us.
Yep, it's in Indianapolis, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We gotta start making some of these games.
Yeah, we play the AFC South and we play the NFC North this year. So we played Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. Yeah, we played Houston this year.
Houston me and Faith should take a trip. There's a Rose down there. I just don't want to go to the football game. It's gonna be a bad one.
Y'all should beat Houston.
Yeah, but the game's not going to be good. I don't know.
Tickets will be cheap.
Tickets will be cheap.
We should be Tennessee for real. Y'all.
Rose should be down there.
I'm just worried about stopping.
Come on, Craig. Let's go down
there. Craig nah.
Yeah, so Hogan pulled out. I don't know where a stadium's going to be built. Wherever it is, I will go because it's a new stadium.
There's a lot to be decided first because even though the name stuff is settled, there's a lot of stuff swirling around Dan Snyder right now. Yep. And I don't know that either governor would be particularly thrilled about associating with Dan Snyder.
No. Well, I don't know.
I think there could be a situation where the NFL tries to pair, like if Snyder goes, then it's like you get an agreement on a stadium and you get a new stadium built for whoever's buying the team.
Yeah, I can
see using that as a selling point to getting a new owner in.
Which I wonder who would bid on it because these are rare. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These are rare, so I know.
And then Dan Snyder's curse for being cast out of the NFL will be like $4.5 billion.
It'll be $4.5 billion. That's why he bought that $41 million home. It doesn't matter if I have to sell the team. I'll be 4.5 billion.
At least.
Jeez, man. I think he bought it for like, I don't know, 150. Listen, owning a sports team is kind of like a retirement plan for a billionaire. You know, if you're the majority owner of the sports franchise, you're pretty good to go. And the way the NFL is trending, like after this year, it's king. The NFL is king, man. It is. Like I can't.
Snyder bought the franchise for $750 million.
Damn. 4.5.
He sold. He took his original company public in '96, sold it for $2 billion, then bought Washington.
Yep.
And then we'll probably sell it for $4 to $5 billion
and do something else. He's a smart businessman. He's smart. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a horrible human being.
Yeah. Smart businessman, but his character is ridiculous because he's made some crazy moves. So, but all right, guys. Anything else?
Nah, man.
I'm out, man. I'm gonna Oh yeah, so enjoy your All-Star weekend. I'm gonna try to watch it.
I'm watching 3-point contest and watch the All-Star.
I haven't
game.
watched it in a while, Craig. You watching any
holiday weekend?
Yes, it is a holiday weekend.
I do watch it, so I'm gonna watch it. I don't know about the slam dunk. I do watch it, but it just always
They
I go into it with low expectations.
It plays in the background while you're doing something else.
No, I do watch it. I just don't have any high expectations for it because I know it's mostly going to be trash. And except for that 1 year with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, that was great.
Outside of that, for the most part, it's been mediocre, nothing special. And then you always try to hype it up, saying the slam dunk contest is back. It's really not.
Nope, no stars.
So many to me.
And it's like they be trying to get LeBron and other people play.
Nope.
Like, what duck can LeBron do?
I think they need to try to go out and get some of these other people that you see on YouTube and TikTok or something like that.
That'd be nice. Something different that's not NBA players.
Right. And then somebody win you just give it to charity or something.
Give them cash.
Or get some NBA players and one of those guys.
It'll be more exciting to see some of these people that do on TikTok all the time doing these crazy dunks that actually do weird dunks that NBA players are not going to do. Yeah. And then they'll do some gimmicks where they'll bring somebody out and they'll hype the crowd up, and then the dunk they'll try it 10 times and just be like, okay. Then he finally
that's the worst part.
Finally making year 6. Finally making year 7.
You had to get like a 38 or something on it now because you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
The dunk contest is for what I learned, it's for LeBron was like, I'm not doing it. Kobe did it his rookie year. And I feel like Jordan did it. When did Jordan do it? Jordan did it, his third or second year?
Yeah, I know it's like
once you become that superstar status, it's like, I'm not doing this.
There was no way for LeBron to win doing it.
LeBron came out and said, I'm going to do it. Everybody got hyped up. This was like maybe 2006.
Nope, didn't do it.
2008, around that time. He was still in Cleveland. And he didn't do it. He disappointed. Everybody was getting like, come on, man.
He would have won, but I just feel like he probably was like, I don't care.
He doesn't. I mean, clearly he didn't. I'm just saying, I don't know how many dunks he had in his arsenal because it seems like all he does is tomahawk. So I don't know what he could do.
Yeah.
He's just LeBron James, like the name would have brought eyes onto that.
It would have been better if he did it his rookie year. I think once you get past your rookie year or second or third year, Vince Carter did it young when he was young in his career. Yeah, I think he's just like.
I think he reached bums in the slam dunk contest this year again. I don't know.
You said what happened?
I think it's bums.
Yeah, it is. I looked it up.
I don't even know who in it.
Obi Toppin.
Hey, come on!
Lord have mercy.
I don't want to see no more.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green's not bad. I don't want to see no more big men in the slam.
You're not gonna get John Morant. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Now it'd be cool watching
John Morant's not gonna do it. If he doesn't do it this year, he's never gonna do it.
No.
He has no incentive to.
It's no point. It's like I'm not doing it. I'm about to chill. That's a day off for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? The 3-point contest is a little different because you are shooting. It's not. Yeah, great. Yeah, the 3-point contest isn't like that. 3-point contest is cool.
I mean, that's still something like kind of similar. Like somebody may do that during warm-ups. Like, it's. But if you want to get super creative with the dunk contest, there's potential for injury, something like that. Like, there's no risk of that in the 3-point contest.
The 3-point contest, they done changed the rules so much, and now they got like a whole different. They got like a weird looking rack where it's like it's not 5 racks anymore.
It's like money balls or something, right?
It's like 7 racks. Something like 7 racks, I believe, or something like that, where they kind of split between. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know. And then like you can place like your money balls.
All it was, sir.
The whole rack is money balls.
That's crazy.
Last ball anymore. So it's just weird. Like so, the scores are like up. That's why I think the 3-point contest is better because it's different. I think the rules made it like now you got like instead of getting like a 17, you can get like
25, 30
and still miss it. Like you don't even have to. You might not make the finals even with a 30.
Damn, I forgot.
It just makes it more competitive, more interesting.
It is, and it just makes the strategy of where you want to place your money balls at. Yeah. Your whole money ball rack at a certain spot. The slam dunk contest is just, and then after like 10 tries, then you just do like a regular windmill dunk. I'm done. Like this is
Yeah, I kind of like the idea where
You have to do it first try, maybe second try.
YouTubers or people on TikTok or Instagram that do that for like a living.
Or just get the mascots.
Yeah, or the But people that do that for a living, like I think that would be cool. That it highlights them, and it doesn't risk injury for the NBA players. Because at this point, it just seems like, why are we doing it?
I would even settle for like a trampoline where them people just come in and just jump on the trampoline and do some acrobatics in there and dunk the ball. Give me something like that, just at least for like a year or something. Take some time off, figure out, because I think after the Vince Carter thing, he dunked and then it was good because it took a year off before that. They didn't have the dunk contest. Then Vince Carter came out, kind of rejuvenated the dunk contest.